If you're interested in news, you'll know that for a couple of weeks now, we've been discussing the fact that Ekurhuleni Mayor Tanya Campbell's future in the council hangs in the balance. Campbell is facing a motion of no confidence tabled by the ANC. That's happening today. She's being accused of neglecting black communities. Let's go to eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu, who's following developments there, and he joins us now live from the council sitting. Manqoba, of course, we know that the motion has not necessarily been discussed yet, but it is part of the agenda. What are the different political parties telling you they're hoping to achieve today?
Well, Masika, I can certainly tell you that the DA is saying that they're going to be putting on a fierce fight to ensure that Tanya Campbell remains as the executive mayor of Ekurhuleni. And of course, the ANC, you'll remember, Masiko, is the one that brought this very motion of no confidence against the mayor. They are pushing ahead with that motion of no confidence here today. It is the last item on the agenda. You will, of course, recall, Masiko, that this is an ordinary setting of the council. So there are other issues that are before this issue that have been discussed. We are expecting that motion of no confidence will be debated after lunch, after which then we could possibly see that vote taking place. But I'm joined now by the ANC provincial chair here, just to give us a sense of how they're feeling and what they're expecting. Thank you very much, provincial chair, for your time. Are you confident today that perhaps you could retain or claw back Ekurhuleni?
Thanks for the opportunity. No, we are cautious. We've tabled a motion on the basis of history of service delivery since this municipality was established. The political parties that have approached us that they want to work with us. We went into deeper discussions, and therefore we really believe that if they keep their word, we'll be in a position to succeed with the motion. But we don't want to be overexcited, overzealous or any other thing. We just want to remain calm and work together with those that want to work with us and establish a coalition government that can be successful. Actually, this municipality was run through coalition government for the last 5 years. There was not even a single motion of no confidence, and we ended up even having 2 successful clean audits. So it's quite clear if we can put that team again, we can take this municipality further.
But looking at the numbers, one would say that it's clear that you would need the support of the economic freedom fighters in this vote for you to be able to come back into power here in Ekurhuleni. Have you been talking at all to the EFF? What are they saying? Is there any hope that they're going to be voting with you this afternoon?
We are working with those that have approached us. We are also working with those that we have approached. And in the final analysis, it means that it's intensive lobbying until the last moment. So whoever that wants to work with us, whoever wants to bring issues to us, will be more willing to listen. We are open-minded and are taking that particular approach. So all the political parties that wants to work with us, or all the political parties that we think can work with us, we are still in those discussions. We have not concluded those discussions.
What would you say to those who say you want to swindle the vote, the power back in Ekurhuleni through this motion of no confidence, and whereas the electorate didn't really show that they want you back as the ANC?
But that's not true. This is a minority government, and minority can rule over the majority. And the party that received the highest vote is the ANC. So if you say the voters didn't want the ANC, they would end up giving us the highest number of votes. It's just that those votes were not good enough to form government as the ANC. But the people that got the highest votes in this municipality is the ANC. And we can't have a minority ruling over the majority. So where we are, we really believe that coalition governments will represent the aspirations of all the people that feel that we should form that government. So let's form that government that is based on the will of the people. We are occupying opposition benches. So if coalition government doesn't succeed and we are not wanted, we'll take our opposition benches. We're not going to go to court. We'll take our opposition benches and continue to be where we are. Actually, in the last few period in this municipality, the effectiveness of our opposition strategies have attracted political parties to come to us, purely because we're not insulting people, we're providing evidence where wrongdoing is done. So our capability, skill and talent, even in the opposition, has made it possible for us to be where we are, where there is a possible motion that can bring us back to power. And we've done that on clean government, not on insult, not on threatening court, not of insulting any other individual, but of being an effective opposition. position. And that expertise have resulted in the good results that we find ourselves in.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us, Provincial Chair. Well, I want to move to the DA now, just to get their sense, Masiko, of what they're expecting this afternoon. Of course, you are facing quite a difficult afternoon today. Are you worried at all?
Well, we are worried that if this motion do succeed, then it means that the people of Ekurhuleni are back in the hands of the corruption, back in the hands of maladministration, back in the hands of lack of service delivery. And this is what worries us the most. We're not worried about necessarily being in opposition because, we will serve wherever we can serve. But we had started stabilizing, as you heard, there are items in council that are talking to exactly the kind of programs that we are driving in this municipality here. And we are scared that, once this motion, if it does succeed, then, we're going to be back to the days of non-performance in this municipality, and this is what we are scared of.
But one of the things that they're saying that they've brought this motion of no confidence is that exact issue, the issue of performance. They're saying that the DA is not performing.
Well, that's absolute nonsense because, these are some of the issues that are legacy issues that they're raising in this particular motion that they're talking about. The fact that you have areas in certain townships that, are struggling now with issues of water as an example because of their own inability to invest in maintaining infrastructure that exists. And now we are now stabilizing that by planting more in terms of preventative management and in terms of maintenance going forward. And this is something that we have been saying, and we have been actively working around the clock in implementing in the areas. We now have more satellite offices where in the townships itself, municipality services and queries can actually then be accessed a whole lot quicker than it has ever been done before. So this is a responsive government that is showing that it cares for the people. Unfortunately, those that really are now putting a motion and wants to remove us from office have got nothing more to offer the people of Ekurhuleni except putting their hands in the cookie jar and then stealing much more and leaving this municipality in financial woes than it finds.
Let's talk of the numbers just quickly. Are you confident you have the numbers? Have you spoken to the EFF at all?
No, we have spoken to all the coalition partners. We know of the numbers that we have been dealing with. We haven't been able to engage with the EFF because of the stance that we have taken as the party that, for us, the EFF is just a little bit, a bridge a little bit too far for us.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. That was Solim Simang, of course, saying that they'll leave it up to that vote to decide whether or not the DA will stay. Of course, we are expecting that vote to take place this afternoon.
Right, Manqoba Mchunu, it looks like you're going to have quite a long day there at the council sitting in the city of Ekurhuleni.